Hey, what it do, y'all? What it do? What it do? Back up in the building again. Yeah, yeah. For those who was trying to see me go live last time, and I sounded a little choppy. Well, I apologize, but now I'm back. Okay, and I should not be this choppy now. Yeah, so I shouldn't be choppy now. I apologize for the choppiness at the previous live stream. And the previous live stream was this one, defining female nurture. But it is now a reloaded live stream for that reason. Yes, it is now a reloaded live stream for that reason. But I did continue on with this live stream over on IG. Yes, I did continue on with this live stream over on IG. So if you want to check that out, go follow me on IG, rayologyxm. Yes, simple as that. On IG, just go to at rayologyxm, and you will see that I did this live stream over there as well. But I didn't go into full detail. There are some things that I did say over there for those who did check that live stream out on IG, and I'll repeat some of that here. Whereas, I did try to talk about it here on YouTube. However, it looks like I had bad signal at that time, so it just sounded choppy. So I just ended the live stream earlier. I just ended the live stream earlier than expected. But here we are now. And what I always like to do is just go over the thumbnail, which, for those checking this out on the replay and even those coming into the building right now, but mainly for those on the replay, because people coming into the building, I know that's going to take some time. But yes, you'll see the witches in the woods reading a book together. And of course, you see where I added the satellite at the bottom part, right? Speaking of, before I go into detail of that thumbnail, that satellite that's on that thumbnail, you see those blue sails on that satellite? Well, those are called arrays. Literally, they're called arrays, and you see my name at the bottom screen, array, because that is a real part of a satellite. Basically, the array is the solar sail, or a sail that is covered with solar panels that power that satellite in outer space. So there you go, array. So, like I said, my name embodies a lot of things, humbly speaking. Okay. But yeah, another new format I'm going to do with my live streams. For those I've trusted for quite some time, I always make them moderators again. Then I start over with every live stream because I realize not everybody that comes to my live stream has been my moderator on a regular basis. But obviously, for those who have been here, they'll constantly get the wrench because they've been here. And then I'll just, uh, let me see this here. Uh, let me see this. Yeah, they got different types of. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, yeah, they got different types of moderators now. I noticed that. So shows y'all how long I haven't been out here doing live streams. Yeah, I'm just like I have a life outside of YouTube. Like I'm not just online. So I get online sometimes and I do live streams. I'll be like, oh dang, I got behind. Oh geez, I didn't realize that. Yeah, but going back to what I was saying, and I see more people come in the building. Much blessings to y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I appreciate that. Okay. Um, the arrays. My name embodies a lot of things, humbly speaking. But going back to the witches, the thumbnail, that is part of female nurture. And I'm going to talk about that. Simply put, what is female nurture? Basically, it's the nurturing of female nature. In the simplest terms, in the simplest form, that is what female nurture is. It's the nurturing of female nature. Okay. So I want to say that, getting right to the point, I don't even know how long this live stream gonna be, but what I will say is, based on what I talked about on IG, that I was trying to talk about her on YouTube. Um, there was this live stream or this video that I saw, and it was this guy that, I guess he had more than one wife, right? And he was a Western guy. Okay. So what happened was, there was a gal in the live stream. She decided to talk. One second. All right, I'm back. But yeah, there was a girl that jumped in that live stream, and she wanted to talk to that guy that had more than one wife, right? And she was trying to discourage the wives from being with this guy, because she was like, why are y'all sharing that man? Y'all shouldn't have to share a man. And he just using y'all for a come up. Okay. He don't love y'all. He just using both of y'all for a come up. And it didn't help, I guess, that same female brought up the fact that those females that were with that guy, uh, hey, I see Aquarius. Good to see you up in the building. Good to see you. Good evening. Good evening. So yeah, that is the interesting aspect of all this. So I'm going to basically talk more about, like, there was just something that bothered me about that gal. And the thing is, what bothered me about her was, she just kept saying that, um she kept saying, pretty much, overall, like, don't get around him. Y'all two like each other. Y'all two like each other. If y'all didn't like each other, y'all wouldn't be around this guy. Y'all only got around these guys. Y'all only got around that guy because basically y'all like each other. If y'all didn't like each other, oh, sorry, I'm trying to piece this together because it just bothered me. Like, she's just trying to use the fact that these girls were with each other as just their reason for why, like, they with this guy. And it's like, that don't make sense. They both liked him. Okay. They both liked this guy, right? And so they with him. It didn't matter if the two gals liked each other or not, they were with him. So my whole point of all this really is that she was just trying to discourage those gals. So to me, that is like the nurturing of female nature. Okay. The nurturing of female nature. The nurturing of female nature, basically. That's what it was. So with that said, like, the nurturing of female nature basically is like discouraging other gals, you know what I'm saying? It discourages other gals from, like, being in their femininity with a guy. And we see this every day. So I apologize for the long pauses in between, because I was just trying to piece this together, because, excuse me, it just blows my mind, right? That we see this happening in real time, this nurturing of female nature, this indoctrination, you know what I'm saying? And so, uh, yeah, we just building up what's really going on out here. Um, and so what we're trying to basically see now, what we're trying to basically see is how this has come to be. Okay. How this has come to be is, and yeah, I see Aquarius. I see, you see that I gave you the wrench too, because, like, I know you've been here quite a bit. So that's why I was like, people that have been here, I just give them the wrench nowadays. I don't, like, make it to where one person has the wrench, one person doesn't. I just, whoever's been here more often on YouTube, that's who I give the wrench to. So, like, I do it different now versus just select people have wrenches. Now, people who have been here keep wrenches, but to my discretion, right? So, but then I get rid of the wrenches and start over again every live stream. So, because I realized the people who I've been select about as far as giving them the wrench, they haven't been at my live stream in a minute. So I just got rid of all the wrenches. And I only get the wrenches to the people that have been around, right? And not just start over again every live stream. So I actually kind of learned that from another content creator. So he knows who I'm talking about. So uh with that said, um a lot of this indoctrination is going on amongst the feminine. And you have some trying to teach others that no, hate men. Even if you love men, hate them. So there are some gals that are trying to teach others how to hate men, right? So that's what's going on. So that's kind of the indoctrination of female nature. I mean, yes, the indoctrination of female nature is based on this female nurture. Okay. So you said deliberate. You said she's a hater and she is lonely. And then you also said deliberate. She cannot stand that these women are happy with him. Facts. That is facts. You know, that is all true. That is all true. Yeah. And then Aquarius, she said, wait a minute. So both women were with him to be with each other romantically, just making sure I'm understanding the story correctly. No, they were already into each other, but they also liked that man. So they got with him too. So, but the gal that was on the live stream trying to shoot them down for doing that basically was saying, y'all know that if y'all didn't like him, y'all wouldn't be sharing him like that. But it was like both of them actually liked him. So it worked out. It was a win-win situation for both of them. That's what that was. You know what I'm saying? So, and then Deliberate said, and she does not have anybody, so why she hates them and him? She is a witch trying to break up a happy home. That is so true. That is so true. But that's to me the indoctrination of female nature. Yeah, I'm glad you understood. Yep, glad you understood. So the indoctrination of female nature or the nurturing of female nature is what is female nurture. And so that's what we see right now. We see a lot of this taking place. There's so much more I could bring up about this, but this gives y'all an idea because we see this, like I said, in society right now. This is basically defining what female nurture is. It's the nurturing of female nature. Okay. Like this is real deep because we are seeing times where women are starting. There are some that want to love men. There are some that are even teaching etiquette to other gals, right? There's more channels now of gals trying to teach other gals etiquette in order to get a man and to keep a man. But you still have all this negativity spewing out amongst these lesser feminine, trying to keep gals in this cycle that men are the problem, men are too controlling, men are too patriarchal, men are too this and men are too that. Okay. And you even have some of these gals now. The chick that was on that live stream bashing the dude, um, the chick that was in that live stream bashing that guy, she was also a dating coach. She was a dating coach. Okay. And so with that said, that lets me think that these females that call themselves dating coaches, not the chicks that teach etiquette, but these dating coach type of chicks, uh, sometimes these coaches are unsuccessful players who are trying to get players to play the game in ways that they never did or was never able to do. Okay. So it's like that with a lot of coaches. Like, for example, no offense, like Phil Jackson was a very good basketball player, but was he to the level of Michael Jordan? No. but he knew how to coach a Michael Jordan type of a guy. So that's what I'm saying with a lot of these gals out here that are doing this female nurture or nurturing a female nature. They want gals to excel in female nature in ways that they never could themselves. You see? And so you hear a lot of gals now talking like, yo, I don't even blame the young gals for the way they are. It's the older women that taught the younger ones how to be that way, teaching them that men ain't no good, teaching them how to be hypergamous, teaching them that a man is only good by his wallet, or he got to have a nice ding dong, and that's it, or just the triple sixes, 6 pack, 6 inches, over 6 foot tall, make over six figures, right? Uh huh. Oh, he better give it to me 6 nights, six times a day. We never know, right? You said deliberate. She was gaslighting him on social media to get brownie points from his chat SMS. These witches always putting hate on him. Facts. Yeah, yeah. So that's the thing. Like, that's what's going on right now, y'all. Like, it's just evil. Here's the thing: evil never prevails, but evil doesn't stop. Okay, evil never prevails. Excuse me. Evil never prevails, but evil never stops. So that means it's going to keep going, right? So you gotta prevail with the good, right? You gotta prevail with the good. Evil never prevails, but evil never stops. But you have to prevail with the good. You gotta counteract the evil that never stops. So you gotta keep putting out more positive messages, despite all this negativity that's being brought out into these social media spaces, all this hypergamy. And what it is, really, to me, in my opinion, it's not really that people are bringing negative messages to social media. They're bringing all their drama from offline onto social media and then trying to make that a message. Got to block that message and need to tell people to get their together offline, right? You said deliberate. Wow, she was dating coach. Wow, SMH. She is definitely a witch trying to make the next generation wicked. Facts. Facts. And so that's it. Like, that's what's going on. That's what's going on, right? The next generation wicked. I'm gonna keep that up. That's actually a good point, deliberate. The next generation wicked. So I want y'all to think about something, right? Because I'm going somewhere with this. So y'all know back in the days, they used to always burn witches at the stake, right? And this for more than one reason. It's not really or who they suspect to be a witch. Let me put that out there. Who they suspected to be a witch. Okay. And this is not just based on medieval European folklore and history. Anywhere there was what they would consider a witch, that's who they dealt with. Now, yes, there are other cultures that weren't European. They had this idea of what a witch was or a witch doctor, whether they did hoodoo or voodoo, but it wasn't necessarily wicked. They went after the wicked ones. Sometimes they used witch doctors to go after witches. You see? So it's deep. So I'm not necessarily bashing people for certain shamanistic practices, but it's how you do it, right? And that's what they went after back in them days, and still in many ways what they're going after now. But we're seeing that with social media, people are just finding other ways to do witchcrafts because basically they even say like the witch is basically the symbol or the poster child of defiance in regards to femininity in these times because there's power in feeling like you got power. Like with femininity, even that song, I hate, and I don't mean to cuss, so I apologize, but her pussy got power. Songs like that, this idea that she has power. See, femininity is not about having power, it's about being empowered. Okay? Femininity is not about having power, it's about being empowered. That's the beauty of femininity. It's about being empowered. Ladies, once you realize that, you'll go very far in life and you'll always have the best man that will want to be with you. And you better make sure you be with that man though. Let me put that disclaimer out there. If a man want to be with you and you know that he's a decent man, you better get with him. I'm not saying that for you to say you're gonna have many decent men come along the way. You just keep turning them down. That ain't what I'm saying. But I'm saying once you understand what your real femininity is in regards to empowerment, not having power per se, you're gonna get far in life. Now, a lot of girls are using that word empowerment. BWE, Black Woman Empowerment, these so-called divested chicks. But I ain't finna throw shade at them. I'm just saying they using that word empowerment too. But who's giving them the power? Right? Empowering each other? No. Who are y'all getting that power from? Because power y'all giving to each other gonna only run so thin. Where are you getting that from, right? But see, amongst like a real woman, she knows where her true essence comes from, right? She knows. She knows. You said Aquarius, evil live and live evil is how a lot of females think and do nowadays, unfortunately. Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's so many ways I want to go with this. And like I said, that's probably what makes this more original or original from the live stream that I did on IG because I can't quite duplicate what I be saying. So on IG, you're going to hear a different take on what I've said versus what you hear here. But yeah, the witch is going to become more of a symbol of defiance for not only femininity, but also the Me Too movement. You know, that's why a lot of girls, they rock purple. Uh, they don't rock purple from the sense of or royalty. They rock it from the standpoint of being defiant, being of occults, feeling like they have a certain power, and even a certain power over man. Okay, so and that's been more instilled over time. Look at history. You don't need to take my word for it. Okay, this has been told and sold, right? The game, right? The game is to be sold, not to be sold. There you go. These witches know about the game in their way, and they've been using spell books, cheat codes. Yeah, like the game has cheat codes. Look at those spell books as cheat codes, even if they suspect somebody of cheating on them. How do you do this to him and to get him to act right? How do you say these things to make sure that he will always love you, even if you don't love him? Like books on this, man. Books on this. How to cook something. How to cook something. It ain't just about what they put in the food. Sometimes it's the food itself. Have y'all thought about that? Deliberate said, Isaiah 54:17, yes, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that rise against thee in judgment shall thou shalt condemn, and this is the heritage of the saints, service of Yah. Yeah, facts. So a lot is going on with these weapons formed against even true femininity. How younger gals are tainted at a young age because they were taught by some uh, unladylike female, whether it's her mom, her auntie, her cousin, peers, maybe even her teacher, teaching her how not to be like a real woman, this nurturing of female nature. Can we just, I guess, take a segue? Let's just see what nurture means. While I do that, Aquarius said, femininity has power in its own right when it's healthy and nurturing. Facts. Right. And it's just based on that empowerment aspect. But yes, that is the power that it possesses. Like, and there's a lot of truth to this, even in regards to the unbridled side, when it's not nurturing, when it's not nurturing or healthy, the nutrients, it just neuters masculinity, right? Should be nutritional to masculinity, but oftentimes it can neuter masculinity when it's been when femininity has been nurtured in a different way, and therefore it can't really nurture um, masculinity. Like this goes really deep, y'all. Like this is really deep what I'm talking about. Like, let me see this here. So let's talk a little bit about nurture because I've talked about what I feel female nurture is, which is the nurturing of female nature. But nurture itself, what does that mean? Care for and encourage the growth or development of. I don't think y'all hear me. Nurture care for, and encourage the growth or development of female nature. Bingo, bingo. See? So you mean tell me that female nature, the nurturing of female nature is encouraged? Its growth is encouraged, it's cared for in the form of different facilities, Planned Parenthood. Should I say that? Ooh, let me not say that. Certain OBGYN clinics care for the encouragement and growth of female nature, the development of it. Certain after morning pills let gals do whatever they want to do, don't care about the sanctity of life, right? Do whatever you want to do. Get these surgeries. I'm saying if there's something wrong with you, yeah, you can get a surgery on your body for that. I get it. But when you're doing that just to tear your body up because you no longer want to look like a woman that you were born to be, that you were born as, even though you were developing to that, that's unfortunate. Now I get it. So nothing against the rainbow community. Some people feel they have a certain mishap with their genetics to where deep down inside they don't feel like they're a woman or a man. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that know that they are a woman or in this, or a man. In this case, I'm speaking on the woman's side, right? Know you're a woman, but you just don't want to be one no more. I'm talking about that. How that is nurtured, how that is nurtured. This whole development, this growth and development. Even on the flip side, with with Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, how with their son, I guess, somehow they got it in his head to where he don't want to be a boy. He don't want to be a man, right? So it's a lot to say. You said deliberate. Women do not have power with the man. This is where her true power come from. She becomes whole with him when she became back to him. She is his rib. She got his back. She stands the test of time. Yeah, that's it. So a lot of what's being taught now, this nurturing of female nature, is that no, forget that. No, no, no time to test. Just time to take. Just time to just to not have no more. Like I ain't got time for that, right? Like money is their new man, right? A lot of gals for them, money is their new man. Meaning like um, it's not enough to know you expect a man to have money, but it's enough to know that they'd rather have their money and no man. We're living in more of a digital age to even now, even getting around a man or a man getting around a woman is more digital. Like some guys even want to gal that got her together. What about her just having something going for herself? Why does she have to necessarily have her together? What about her just having something going for herself? We miss them good old days where we just used to want to go places together, go together. We actually go together. We match. We're compatible. Compatible is not about finding the right match. Compatible is just about matching up, becoming that together. But we're nurturing ways for us to become more apart. Okay. Like I saw this video earlier about this gal. She came up them steps to the dude's crib, acting like a straight up dude. She like, I'm ready to get my stuff cracked. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying her back gonna get blown out, she like, I'm ready to get my stuff cracked, B. I'm ready to get it cracked. And yes, she from New York, so you kind of could tell where I'm going with this. So, she had her Timberland boots on. She put the boots on his table. He like, dang, you got any manners? Like, yo, she wasn't taught manners. In New York, a lot of girls, they taught to be just like dudes. They come off hard. They be like, dead ass? Yo, word up, B. What's up, son? They be, when they intimate, gals be like, yo, B, bang it out. What you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Come on, son. Got to put more into that, son. Like gals be talking like that, like New York chicks. So, yeah, you said deliberate. Oh man, woman power is wicked without man. Yeah, that wicked. She is powerless without him. Facts. That's where that empowerment comes into play. Like that's really where it's important. You said Aquarius. Oh my, unaliving babies without it being an exceptional reason for it, yeah, it's gonna become the norm. And even the way they want to have babies without a man, that's what's coming down to. You know, if gals can actually get themselves pregnant, not really get themselves pregnant, but actually like she was pregnant by another woman instead of by another man, that would be their dream come true for gals like that, the ones that are nurturing female nature. If they can find it to where a woman can have another woman get them pregnant, that would be a gold mine for them, right? But see, that still involves more of a masculine into the feminine approach. Either way, like there's no way around this conversation of masculine and feminine. I don't know why people are trying to split that up too. That's also another aspect of female nurture. Okay. See, male nature is godly, female nature is ungodly. Okay. So female nurture is just nurturing more ungodly things amongst the feminine, even if she's the lesser feminine, the female trying to become more of a real woman. Maybe she has been ungodly, but she's trying to become more godly, but more ungodly things are being brought her way. So now she's like, maybe I was right. Maybe all dudes ain't you know what I'm saying? Like maybe she's thinking like that, and it's like, no, it ain't like that. She's like, no, that's how I feel because I keep getting all these different examples. Everybody keep telling me stuff, and I had a few heartbreaks along the way. Maybe this is true. Maybe I shouldn't even think about being with a man no more, right? You said deliberate. The woe man excuse me, I'm so sorry. The woe man movement is wicked. It separated the family because it's separated the family cause and woman excuse for unnecessary deletion. Yeah, I'm gonna say deletion because YouTube, but yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, it's unfortunate. You said Aquarius, it's a doggy dog world out there. Dating has gotten too complicated. Like there is criterias. Oh yeah. Oh, you corrected. You did an edit. You said it's a doggy dog world out there. Too much criteria required to be with someone like Jeesh. Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of it can be based on how can we put this? Just given the title of this live stream in particular, because we could talk about things from the guy's side, but from the gal's side, it's more or less like in my opinion, it's just got to where the feminine have to put more thought into what it takes to be around a man and what they believe a man should have when she gets with him. When all it simply is to me is just him being able to be in tune with your emotions, respect and appreciate you, and take good care of you and honor you, and always want to love you. How come it can't be that simple? Now he has to have this together, that together, be a good provider, all this nurturing of female nature. It takes away from really a man being with a woman and vice versa. He's got to be impressive on a first date. He better have everything planned. Okay. He can't be necessarily spontaneous. He got to have this all figured out. He can't just like me just to like me. He can't just text me just to text me how I'm doing and all of that. Like, but back in the days, like even before phone, like even before text, what was the first thing a man would tell a woman? How has your day been? How are you doing? You know, can we talk? Can we ask some questions like, how's your day? What do you want to do later on? Give me a little bit of a background about yourself. Oh, that's taken off the table now. Some gals like, look, quit asking me all that. If you ain't finna take me out to like Macy's, Neiman Marcus, take me over to the what the Cheesecake Factory, because a lot of girls like to go to the Cheesecake Factory. If you don't take me there, don't even waste my time, dog. I ain't even with you like that, boy. Or yeah, girls be calling dudes bro. You said deliberate. SMH, shaking my head. Women love the money more than the man. It's so crazy. They love money like that. Yeah, yeah. It's all that control. Yeah, she love her toys. Oh yeah, all that. They love the money and their toys. Sexually, um, non-sexual. Just just some gals just haven't grown up. Just like some guys haven't grown up, some gals haven't grown up either. I mean, you go on IG, you see guys with their toys all the time. You see guys with their big old play toys. And I get it, guys gotta have fun. Gotta have your toys, but man, you ain't got to show off your toys all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? But gals do it too. You know, gals a little different. They like purses. They like puesses. They like 6-inch stilettos, right? Big purses. Some gals like cars, but really, like, when you get really inside the psyche of a gal, like, for them, toys ain't necessarily having a nice car. For them, it's like having a nice house. But even that gets old after so long, and she feel like, dang, this house is too big for me. It's the little things. It's like the perfumes, right? The little jewelry. Might be a certain scarf she would like to wear sometimes. It might be that little dog or that little cat. Yeah, shout out to Kevin Samuels, right? With the little dog that she gonna die along with. Sorry, no pun intended. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying he probably would be like, yeah, they like that little dog, so they could die along with that dog. Like, oh god, there he go, there he go. But just little stuff like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about, gals. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I think it's something that's light. Oh shoot. But even food, getting back to that cheesecake factory. Exactly. Even edible arrangements. Okay, yeah. I want some edible arrangements. Like she wants some nice fruit that look like flowers, right? And some gals like, I don't want no flowers. Yeah, you do. If they were edible arrangements, I bet you would want them. I bet you would. Yeah. Oh, you thinking of that song, Can We Talk, Tevin Campbell? Oh yeah, facts, facts. But that's how it was back in the day though. That's how it was. You know, like, can we talk? And that's when actually, a lot of guys can say, even all these alpha guys like old school players, they would tell you like the game was better back in the days than now because you had to actually know what to say. You didn't really have a phone like that. So you had to really know what to say. You had to know what to say because you don't know when you're going to see them again. So how can you keep their attention, keep them wondering until the next time you see them again? Until you see them again. Now, some guys will argue, no, the game is different now. It's even sharper than back then because she might not want to see you again. So you have to think of something sharper to save it now than back then when it was probably a little more love and you could take more time to talk to her and to say the right things to get her to want to see you around the corner at the park the next day. Nowadays, a girl might not even want to text you if she thinks you're coming off saying the wrong things. But that's the game world. Yours truly ain't part of the game world. So I'm just saying, like, when I say can we talk, I ain't necessarily talking about spitting the right game and thinking of the right things to say to get her attention. When I say can we talk, I'm just wanting to talk to you, baby. Like I just want to talk. Do you got some time to talk? Thought about you the other day, and I just want to see if you got some time. Maybe we can chill. Just something like that. Like, come on, that's how it was back then. Now you do have some game spitters from back then who would see it different and they would have a different approach. But there were other guys that were more sensual and like, yo, I literally do want to talk to you. Yeah. So that's it. Oh yeah, you see a lot of that. You see a lot with all that in regards to some gals that are out here that just see a dollar sign with a guy. And that's what's being taught. And to me, that's like, I think the rapper Pimp C talked about it a long time ago. Pimp C talked about that a long time ago. Like, some gals just only good to be thrown around because they only, as only as Pimp C said a lot of stuff back in the day. So I can't even try to quote him correctly. Like, shout out to Pimp C. He said a lot of good stuff. But uh I do remember a quote though, a quote that was quoted in the movie. I forget, and I've said this before at my channel. I've said this before at my channel, and that statement was, "A broke chick is one that you actually have to pay for, right? Yeah, she's wanting you to drop some hundos on the fellas. That's a broke chick. Because really, when you're doing stuff for a gal, when you spending money on her, you're doing that for your heart. You're doing it because you actually got a lot of love for her. It shouldn't be based on what you felt she required of you to do, expected you to do. Like, it should like come from a place of love. You know what I'm saying? So any chick that like doing that got you thinking that way, she broke and desperate. Facts. So, but we need to get back to that place because back then, let's get back to the Cheesecake Factory. Let's say if there was a Cheesecake Factory back in the days where it's like, you know how expensive it was back in the day. So like when a dude did that back in the days, if there was a Cheesecake Factory back in the day, like let's say in the 70s, right? Of course, Cheesecake Factory did not exist back then. But back then, if it did, and that was like the most expensive place to go, and he actually made enough money to afford it at that time, he ain't going there to please her. He going there to be like, yo, I want you to marry me. I want to be with you for the rest of my life. This ain't no hangout. This is really me putting my best foot forward. And he'd probably said before he paid for the food though. But she'll be surprised, like, oh wow, really? You did all this for me? He'll probably have people come and serenade with music around the table, violins. Not saying this would take place at the Cheesecake Factory, by the way, but it was just a different aura back then. Probably afterwards, jump on a little boat on the canal, take it down the river, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Mary, 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 will you marry me? Right? It'd be something like that back then versus now, man. A little different now, but not to digress. But all this romanticism is also being down talked. Like, and I'm gonna talk about this in the video. I'm not gonna go too much over it, but even just saying the word please is no longer socially acceptable. Y'all can look it up. Don't take my word for it. Saying the word please is no longer socially acceptable. Facts. So, back in the days, a man would, if he really liked the gal and he wanted her to be with him, and it wasn't considered simping back then, he'd be like, yo, can you please, like, please take out some time to be around me? Like, please just let me show you, like, I'm the one. You the one for me. And back then it was kind of like, it was different. It's just a different time. Now you do have some hard head chicks, even back in them days, they would give a dude like that a hard time. But there were some other gals who were probably shy, and then that same guy came up and said that, and then she'd be like, "You got me like so freaked out, but not in a bad way, but like, oh my gosh, I never knew you. I've always liked you, and I'm just shocked that you wanted me to be with you." Like, just a different aura. But they don't want that to happen. All that romantic stuff, like it's even in the songs, the nurture, female nurture is in the songs now. We got songs where girls talking about I hate you. I forget what song that was, but there's a gal that made an R&B song and she was like, I hate you. I do. Y'all know that song? Y'all know that song? I don't know the name of that song, but it's the song where she said, I hate you. I'm like, that's what's being taught nowadays. But what's so sick and toxic? A chick that heard that song would still have a dude blow her back out with that song. Cause that reminds me of Baby Boy, where that girl was like, Taraj Henson and Tyrese, they were on that movie. And yeah, she was telling Tyrese, I hate you, I hate you. And then the next clip, they was doing it. She was like, I love you, I love you. See that's what I'm talking about, man. So a girl hearing that song, I hate you, that's all cap. You'll get someone like a Blueface. He'll play that same song. He'll say, come here, what you doing? And then she's like, okay, you hate me, don't you? She, she'll be moaning away. I hate you. But you moaning, though. So what is it? You moaning, talking about you hate him. Whatever. Get out of here. Quit cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. You said Aquarius. What was expensive back in the day if you go out on a date was to go to the movies together and get popcorn and a drink for two to watch the entire movie. Oh yeah, that was expensive. Like just even having a car back in the day was expensive. Even though it was kind of like after World War II, it was to where a lot of people could afford housing. However, there was a divide, right? Because white Americans could afford more housing and better housing than non-white people. The way Latinos did it, as they do now, they just came together as a family. Among so-called blacks, we had family structure, but it wasn't quite as deep as Latinos. We used to have a lot of family, used to have a lot of babies back then. But what was key with the black family structure wasn't in the numbers, it was in the strength in the numbers. That strength in the numbers fell out. So what we see now is still with Latino families, they still have a big number. With black families, it was more of the strength in the numbers, but we no longer have the strength in the numbers. So the numbers don't even matter no more now. Now it's just like, dang, we don't really have much of a family. We got numerous of black families, like numerous of Latino families, but we no longer have strength in the numbers. But I think now, even with Latinos, and I say it this way because some people will say, well, Ray, Latinos have strength in their numbers. No. Contrary to popular belief, A lot of Latino families are actually falling apart, but they still have a lot of family members. They're still numerous. Yeah. So it's just a little fun fact, something like that. But and that's not to discredit anybody that's Latino. So because I got Latinos in my family, all that. I'm not talking like that, but I'm just saying they would tell you, no, y'all think we just a big happy family. We got just as much problems as anybody else, any other race. Like, don't just look at us as like a benchmark of how to have a family. You know. But getting back to what I'm saying, it's like the so-called black families didn't quite have that accessibility to having cars and houses. Yeah, it was similar in World War II, but it was still far behind the level of life that the white families had back then, right? So let's say, same amount of money, same amount of opportunities. Black family could get a house. Black family could also get a car just like the white family, but they were far behind as far as what they could get and how they could get it. Still far behind. The quality of life, okay? It just wasn't there. Black families weren't living in the suburbs like that. Only a few could afford that back then, just like now. And even back then, like where it's said here, not everybody could go to the movies with the popcorn. A lot of white families could, but hey, they ain't gonna see no black families. You better not come there. All the segregation started to kick in. You said also, Aquarius, can't say please. They don't even want you to say please. And there's other words that are becoming more socially unacceptable as well. But that's for another conversation. That's one of them. That's one of them. I'm gonna do a whole video on it for sure. Before somebody else tries to copy, right? Y'all heard it from this channel first, though. Keep that in mind. Okay. But you said deliberate. That is right. Smooth talk, old school fashion courtship is very important. These women are so materialistic, always transactional. She should be transitional as well as transformational, and to transmit, transfer as reciprocity to him. Facts. Yeah. I mean, why can't be that way? What has happened, y'all? Yeah. You said Aquarius, the Latina families gave us a little faith that real and true essence of family exists, but not anymore, I guess. No. Yeah, they slowly fading away. It's because a lot of them are connected to a lot of things. I believe that just out of respect, but a lot of them come from hard lives, a lot of uh, dark things, I mean, kind of like in the hood, a lot of hood politics, hood and prison politics going on, but even deeper ingrained amongst Latino communities. So that's kind of what's causing some things to happen. Because even when it comes to the black and brown issues, like a lot of Latinos actually do not agree with other Latinos as far as hating black. Like a lot of Latinos actually like black. It's just we see on TV all the time black, brown this, black, brown that, even amongst when they talk about it in California. But that's California, right? And that's only a small pocket of California, Southern California, right? But outside of Southern California and all across, it's not quite necessarily that same story as far as black and brown is concerned. And it's only being led by the media. Even when they say things are going on now, even in Chicago with the black and brown going against each other, that's a small pocket of Chicago. Not even all of Chicago. Very small pocket. Okay. So it's just a lot of disinformation out here. But that's where now there's this bigger call of like black and brown uniting more to become a larger family, because I mean they got a lot of roots. Latino, black, to me it's like one and in the same. It has similar roots. You look at like someone you would think is African from Cuba or Dominican Republic, he would say I'm Latino. It's not about being black, I'm just Latino. So they see things different. Colombia, Belize, uh, what's that? What's another country? Grenada, just name a few, right? So you said deliberate. SMH, a woman say she hates a man is truly a man hater no matter what she does for her. He can never be satisfied, please her. He will never win with her. She is a nagger, a witch hag. Yeah, facts. So, the Bible even talks about it's better for a man to be on the rooftop of the house than to be what? in the same home of that type of a female, right? So even the Bible speaks of that. So, hey, fellas, like if you might as well leave that crib, right? If she acting like that, let her have the lease. You leave. Like, no, I didn't get evicted. I left. I let her have the house. She could just go ahead and nag all she want, man. I'm getting out this house, bro. She getting on my last nerves. She yelling at me all the time, arguing. I'm getting out of this house. Like, yeah. So, but otherwise, I did a lot more talking on this live stream than certain information because I think I pretty much got to the point of all this. Like I said, y'all can check out the other way that I did this live stream via IG. You know what I mean? So I talked about it more in depth over there than here because I was more fresher. More fresher, right? In thought over there versus here. And over here, I just wanted to let y'all know that that's what's going on right now. There's more still indoctrination of femininity. Indoctrination. Yes, that's another way we can define female nurture. Because I said earlier, female nurture is the nurturing of female nature. But we can also define it as the indoctrination of femininity. Hopefully this live stream made sense to some. Maybe this live stream did not make sense to others, but to the others that this live stream made sense to, make sure that y'all hit that like button, especially those listening to this on a replay. You like this type of content? Definitely more in store. So make sure that you subscribe, share this live stream, as well as my other archives, as well as my other content as well. All in the same, right? Because you just go into my playlist, you'll see different topics, aka somewhat archives, but I'm constantly adding new videos. Okay, constantly. You know, my rate has kind of slowed down lately, but I am picking up. And it's not due to me running out of ideas or I just ain't got the drive. I've actually been cooking more in the kitchen and I'm just trying to have a better presentation for y'all. So just know if I'm quiet, that means I'm working. And wait till y'all see what I got in store real soon. ASAP, actually. When y'all see Ray quiet on YouTube, that means Ray is working. And I'm just presenting y'all some of my results. Right now, this live stream is just nothing more than an appetizer for y'all. I'm doing this off a whim. No notes, just me just quoting, right? Hey, what's good, Auntie? What's good? Yeah. I got another live stream coming up later on tonight, man. I could let you check that out later on. Yeah, I gotta check it if you got time. Got another live stream coming up later on because I definitely would have gave you a wrench had you been here earlier too. So I kind of took on kind of from you how to do all this moderator stuff. So I appreciate your insight, family. But yeah, good to see you back up in the building. I think you still do have a wrench. I don't know. I have to double check. I think you still do have a wrench, Auntie. Yeah, but I've been picking up on that because it's like, yeah, man, you gotta know who's really around at your channel, man. you got so many people just watching, man. Nobody really like there supporting you. Yeah, you still got the wrench. Say you good, Auntie. Yeah, because Auntie do be coming around a lot. So some people just, a lot of people don't. So I just sometimes I have to set it up a certain way every live stream. So yeah, you say you chilling. Oh yeah, driving. Yeah. Hey, I gotta I don't know how long you're driving, but I'm finna go live again in about 30 minutes. So I got another live stream coming up. So I'm going back to back, let people know I'm still out here. I ain't going nowhere. Ray just been cooking. So, I've been cooking, but I also been, doing my thing. So, I got definitely a life outside of YouTube, as y'all see. Always on that spaceship flying. Look at me, looking good, looking real good. I can't show y'all what the spaceship looked like. I can't show y'all what the spaceship looked like, but that should give y'all an idea. Y'all see me on the interior. That ship looking pretty sparkling. You see the spacesuit I got on looking sparkling. Teeth sparkling, right? Skin glowing. Holla at your boy. Let's go. Oh, yeah. You know, all these fake supporters, you already know, of course. Fake. But yeah, make sure y'all hit that notification bell so that y'all get all of my content in real time. Whether you're new to this channel or you've been here, but you just haven't hit that notification bell. Make sure you hit that notification bell. And for those on the replay, you'll see in the comment, well, you'll see in the description section. If you want to tip yours truly, just touch the Cash App. Holler at your boy through the Cash App. No expectation, no obligation, just appreciation. But it's there. That's how you want to show your love. That's cool too. I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, you be home in an hour? Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna be going live again. At that time, I'm probably just 30 minutes prior, but you'll still be able to check out the live stream. Either way, I'll be still live at the time you get home. Either way, whether you wait to listen at the time you get home or you're listening halfway into getting home, and I'll still be live. So either way, yeah, for sure. But yeah, safe drive out there. Safe travels, family. Be safe. Yeah. So well, hopefully this live stream was interesting to y'all. I mean, it's only going to get better from here, no matter what it looks like out there, especially with all the glitches in the system, getting all these gals to want to be more like witches, which I think which is not cool. But yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of them are fighting this idea of love, man. Love it requires a lot of things, right? I don't want to go there because it's just too much of a conversation that's controversial, right? I'm just speaking more from the heterosexual standpoint, but love embodies that aspect too. It also embodies the heterosexual, okay? So those fighting it, you just basically you're denying the heterosexual side. I don't care if you're a guy or a gal, but we're talking about gals tonight, right? So I'm just saying those fighting love, they just fighting that heterosexual side of, you want a man, you need a man, you like that man, but you just don't want to be with that man. Okay, that's you fighting. You fighting that. He been good to you, but you fighting that. Why? Right? When you can work it out, when you can really just be there to love him. You making it hard. But that's been part of that culture to tell girls, hey, leave these dudes. You ain't getting your way with him. Drop him. Move on. Move on to what though? Move on to another guy. Then he, eventually just going to start hating guys. So how about just work it out with that last dude that you were with, right? Let's stop this, man. Let's just stop this. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I appreciate that, Deliberate. I appreciate that. Yes, all about the meaning of life. I definitely try my best to kind of embody and incorporate. Like, um, just trying to, yeah, just I think for the most part, we have to sometimes disconnect, which is why y'all don't see me upload all the time. I don't want people to be so focused on my channel. Yes, share my content. Bring more people to my channel to subscribe. I'm not too big on the numbers, but the numbers do help. So I appreciate every person that subscribes to my channel, every person that gives me a like and a view. But no, this ain't all me. I just put this out there for y'all, right? I mean, I put this content out here to help me as well. Actually, my own content has helped me a lot, believe it or not. But I put this out there for y'all too because y'all like it, and I appreciate y'all liking this content. I said from day one, and I meant from day one, and I've been showing from day one that I bring something a little different out here to these spaces. I'm not part of no space. I'm outer space. I'm out of those spaces, but I bring something different to these spaces, like we just out here, right? Yeah. So let's get it. Let's do it, and we're going to keep moving forward from here, especially here at Rayology XM. Excuse me, but for those checking this out on the replay, y'all see that I'm going live again. Well, I'll let y'all know on the replay. Y'all might want to check out that other live stream about because even those checking this out right now live, but even those on the replay, make sure that you watch the live stream that I'll be doing that will have been completed, obviously. But the untold truths of high value woman. I'm about to do that one. For those checking this out on the replay, check that live stream out too, because it ties in with this nurturing of female nature, defining female nurture. With that said, thanks a million for stopping by. Got to sip on some more haterade, Hey 2-0. And I'm gonna be right back at her. I'm gonna be right back here in a little bit, to go live again. So much love to y'all. I'm still out here and I'll be back. All right now.